Alright, this video it's for you guys. So, if you guys don't know how to make a mesh with the floaters, that it's in the assignment that we have to make a floater ID map, color ID map, and so that it's easier when you get into Substance Painter because you cannot paint the floaters because they don't count in a geometry on your mesh because when you bake them, they are not actual object, so they will display on your mesh. So it will be a pain later on. So one thing quickly, I'm selecting the faces. So just basically assign material like Lambert and you make a color ID map. So now you're going to name it blue or whatever. If you know how to make a color ID map, then you can pretty much skip this part. And what you want to do is to make these floaters colored. Yeah. And I'm going to give you an example from here. This is my floater and this is my mesh. Imagine this. A floater and a mesh, it's like high poly and low poly. Floaters is high poly, mesh is low poly. But this time you're doing opposite. In the previous assignment, you had to bake the texture and then put the ID map. The ID map will be made in low poly, but this time you're going to make your ID map on your high poly. So go ahead and make them, export them to Substance Painter, and now we go ahead and enter Substance Painter, import things that you have, and of course your color ID map. And what you're going to do is to bake the texture to get these. This is the floaters. It's on the mesh. And as you know, it won't count as a geometry. So let me show you real quick. So if you are trying to texture them, see, they don't texture. So that's why I'm saying you have to make a color ID map on your floaters. It saves you a lot of time, and that's the only way you can texture floaters. And here is the result. And color, this is the color that we made previously. So yeah, pretty much this is the video. And if you guys have any question, just let me know.